hemshech to the voice note from yesterday, I would like to mention that there's another nekuda that the Rebbe said to Rabbi Yoel then, and he told it to me, and that is that when they were repeating to the Rebbe parts of the Fabrengen from the second half of the Fabrengen, so in the middle the Rebbe stopped him and he said, "Where's the mokir of them? Where is the source for this inyan?" And they said, "That's what the Rebbe said." So the Rebbe said, "If that's what I said, then we'll find the mokir." And Rabbi Yoel explained to me that if the Rebbe said it, then it's definitely true, especially if he said it in such a matzav the way he was then. And the way he explained it to me, really, it says in the Shalah, but he didn't quote me the Shalah, but I'll quote the Shalah, and that's the Teichen that he explained to me then. And that is, the Shalah writes like this, that this that we find by Kedoshim Asher Ba'aretz, holy people in the world, that they drink much more than you should at these big sudas. Their kavanah was the Shem Shemayim. Because by drinking wine they became much happier. So they would say divrei Torah on the table very much. Even double. Because through simcha they reveal the secrets of the Torah. Because the more simcha there is, the koyach haseichel of the person that's in the nefesh becomes stronger. And then he's more ready to reveal the hidden parts of the chokhmah. Like it says, nichnas yayin yotza sod, when the wine comes in, the secrets come out. So the Shalot Taiches shal yidei mishne hayayin, when you drink wine, yetzu divrei Torah nikra sod, the divrei Torah that's called sod will come out. And what it means to say that when they drink, it gets deeper into the nefesh, and secrets of the Torah come out that otherwise they wouldn't say. And as it seems from here, that sometimes they don't even realize what they said because it comes from the depth of their nefesh. So this is what Rabbi Yoel was telling me. So when the Rebbe says something in such a matzav, that means that it's even a higher madrege, and definitely it's true. Besides the fact that anything that the Rebbe said is true, and this reminds me of something that happened earlier. In Tovshin Chov Gimel, the Rebbe, in the weeks between Pesach and Shavuos, every Fabrengen that there was, he explained the Mishnah and the Perek of that week. Then later, that year the Likutei Sichos came out. It wasn't called Likutei Sichos, it was called Teichen and Yonim. There was a Likut every week. So in the second cycle of Pirkei Avos that year, one of the Sichos that the Rebbe said 6 weeks earlier was given into the Rebbe to be Megia for the Teichen Yonim, for the Likutei Sichos, which later became Chelik Dalet, in Chelik Dalet. So when they gave the Rebbe the Sicha to be Megia that he said 6 weeks before, so the Rebbe crossed out a few lines of words that he said in that Fabrengen. Okay, crossed it out, so it was out. Then they gave it into the Rebbe second time to Magia after it was set up ready. The Rebbe put those lines back. And Shabbos by the Fabrengen, the Rebbe explained it. And the Rebbe said that he said these words, but when it came to Magia and he saw these words, he realized that it's not Uzgehalten, that it's not true. And he explained why it's not true. But then he says, he started thinking to himself, since I said it barabim in public, in front of a minyan, in front of Kama Siris Mi Yisrael, it definitely must be true. And I started thinking, and I realized that it's true. And the Rebbe explained why the thought that he had before that it's not true is not so, and really it is true, and he says that's why I put it back. So we see from here that the Rebbe said something, and the way he said it in public, but we know even if it's not in public, it is definitely true, no matter what. So mainly here when the Rebbe said that if I said it, then it is true. But especially in the matzav, the way it was there, the way the Shalah explains that then comes out even the secrets of the Torah, then definitely it's true, and definitely there is a mokeh for it in Torah.